Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my little garage home gym. I wanted to make a video dedicated to showing you everything I have in here, but then also talk about like what I started with, what I eventually invested in along the way, because this has been quite a journey. I started the home gym back during lockdown. So this was like 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a journey. Also, new mic and new like wider lens on the camera. I'm praying this works because I'm raw dogging it right now and just trying it out and praying that this sounds okay and ends up turning out okay. So bear with me. But I'm gonna put a picture on the screen if I have one of what the home gym used to look like and what I started with. And then I'll show you what it looks like now. So back when there was that like lockdown notice of gyms being like, all right, we're gonna close for the next 2 weeks. I was like, no, 2 weeks, no, because this is like for my mental health, you know, too, not just physical. So when lockdown first started and there was that like 2-week warning, I was like, I can't do this for 2 weeks. So I immediately went to Target and got a few sets of dumbbells. I think I got a pair of 10s, 15s, and 30s. So I got that, and I think like one kettlebell, and then I went on Amazon and bought a squat rack. So this is not the squat rack that I started with. Eventually invested in something more sturdy, but like my Amazon squat rack actually lasted when I got rid of it and like invested in this. Like it was still fine and functional and great. So such an affordable option if you wanna start there, but I'm glad I got on it quick because that stuff was selling out fast. So I started with a few sets of dumbbells, a kettlebell, and then my barbell and plates. I got the barbell and the plates, so a set of 45, set of 35, set of 25, set of 10, 2 sets of 5s, and a set of 2.5 from Facebook Marketplace. And it was, again, right before everyone was like, don't go and be by people. I was able to get that right away off Facebook Marketplace, and I'm so glad I did. So I was literally in my gym with that stuff and a bench and bands. And I have like a bunch of just random resistance bands. So in the beginning, when you're building your home gym, don't think you need to get everything at once. Think about what you actually do for your workouts and what then you can work with. I really enjoyed and love using a barbell, and if you're able to lift a barbell, I really do recommend investing in that because that's one of the best ways to keep increasing weight without having to be like, oh, I need to buy another set of dumbbells right now. It's like you have the plate and you have the barbell. So many different ways you can do that because you can just do like normal barbell stuff. Like, I don't know why I'm doing bicep curls. Bicep curls with a barbell is so hard. That's so heavy. But you can do squats, you can do RDLs, but you can do landmine exercises. Guys, you don't need a landmine attachment. Take your freaking barbell, stick it in the corner of your squat rack or corner of like your garage, and you can do so much stuff in a landmine position. You can do bent over rows, you can do RDLs, you can do some shoulder press. Don't underestimate all of the stuff you can do with a barbell. So if you're strong enough, invest in a barbell and a few sets of dumbbells. I have 7 sets of dumbbells. I just recently invested in the 45s, but I only had up to 30. And then I was making do, you know, using a barbell where I could, using dumbbells, adding a resistance band along with the dumbbells. I just this year invested in the 45s because I was like, I'm getting stronger. I'm going to be using these a lot. Let me invest in the next weight up. But only start with what you think you can really get a lot of use out of. So again, I have a pair of 8, which I think were my parents'. And then I got the 10s, the 15s, 25s were also my parents that they let me have, then 30s, and then just recently got the 45s. Then eventually invested in an assault bike. To be honest, not really necessary. I used it a lot when we first got it because it was like, oh, heck yeah, I can do like legs and arm stuff. I can do like the cardio, you know, all of that. I don't really use it now. I probably should. I just don't have as much time to dedicate to cardio, but you know, that's on me. Eventually got the assault bike because I just wanted some extra form of cardio when it's cold out, can't really go on walks, can't do that kind of stuff. Is the cardio machine necessary in the beginning? Absolutely not. You can do jump roping, you can just walk laps around your house, walk the stairs in your house. You know, there's other ways around cardio. Definitely wait to invest in that until like, you know, like that's what you want to use. And then what I also eventually invested in is a pulley system. The one I had was from Amazon. Again, so affordable for what it can do. It mimics the cable machine working at the gym so well and you just use like your plates. So the plates that you use for your barbell, that's what you add onto this. And then you can do exercises like a lat pull down, single arm row. You can do like lat sweeps, tricep push down, the overhead bicep curl. So the one I had from Amazon was still great in working condition and I used for the 4 or 5 years. But I did then also want to eventually get something where I'm like, well, I miss cable glute kickbacks or like cable seated row where the cable needs to be fixated like down below. And I think the one that I got on Amazon, you could configure a way to do that, but it just didn't work well in here. So this year is when I eventually invested in this new cable system where I can thread it through the top, but then I can also thread it through the bottom here and I can do kickbacks. But again, was that necessary in the beginning of me making the home gym? No, absolutely not. I was fine with just my dumbbells and my barbell and figuring things out from there. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm here. This is where I'm working out. Let me start adding to it and investing a little more into it. I miss those cable glute kickbacks. I miss those seated rows or like down and kneeling like or like a cable bicep curl. That was then a later investment along with the workout bench. The workout bench that I have, that was my, okay, I will quit the gym if I invest in this because I'm able to do seated leg extensions and I freaking love seated leg extensions, guys. That was my, okay, if I quit the gym and stay at home to work out, I will do that if I have this bench because I can do seated leg extensions, lying hamstring curls. It inclines, so I can do like incline chest press, bicep curl, but it declines and the decline bench is so helpful for hip thrust. So you're not like hiking your way up onto a high bench to get yourself ready for a hip thrust. If you've never used a decline bench for a hip thrust, you need to do that ASAP. Okay, that was one of those where I like reasoned through my head, okay, the cost of this, I think around the same much or even a little less than like how much my year membership would cost at the gym. So I was like, all right, cool. That was for my first year staying home working out. And then like my second year, it was like that extra set of dumbbells and the new cable pulley system was again another like, all right, I'm still staying at home. This is pretty much the cost of another year membership. I'm gonna do it, you know? And then we did also end up investing in a treadmill, mainly because my husband is a big runner. Yes, he will run in the snow when it's literally 5 degrees out. You think I'm a psychopath coming in here at like 5 a.m. to work out? He runs out in the freezing cold snow at 5 a.m., okay? But we eventually got the treadmill because we wanted that other form of cardio, that walking, him to be able to run on it if needed or walk. Like he does a lot of rucking, you know, with like the heavy backpack, walking in an incline. So that was one of those, did we need that in the beginning? Absolutely not. But then based on how our goals have changed and what is more realistic with our working out, that was definitely like we are getting some use out of this. And I think he got it from one of those used fitness equipment stores, whatever, something like that. And then eventually investing in this bigger, sturdier squat rack setup. Again, did we really need to do that? No, my Amazon one was working absolutely fine, but obviously this is bigger, sturdier, feels a little more secure. The other one didn't feel wobbly. I don't remember it feeling wobbly, but you know, you trust the like safety bars on this a little more, you know, than something else because this one's Rogue. I know I probably sped my way through this, but again, like this is the area. This is what I'm working with, but I absolutely love it in here. Having the floor mats has been a game changer. Having the gate around it has been a game changer because that keeps it so clean. The kids stay out of it when we're playing outside. It prevents more like debris and stuff getting in here. And it just feels like I'm like going to the gym. You know, like I walk through my little gate and like I'm going to the gym. This is my space. We don't wear shoes in here, just socks or bare feet. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. Again, so don't need to start out with all the fancy stuff. I started out with a few sets of dumbbells, but then investing in that barbell and like a pair of each plate was very helpful because of how much you can do with the barbell and how easily you can progressively overload by adding the weights. And then eventually buying what makes sense for you. Are you a big kettlebell person? Invest in some kettlebells. Do you love the cable machine at the gym? Invest in one of like just the Amazon one that was I think like $60. But I used it all the time. Invest in that if that's something that you really enjoy doing those exercises. This is like what I love. I love the dumbbells, barbell, my seated leg extension, hamstring curl, my cables for like my glute kickbacks, you know, stuff like that. So think about what you enjoy doing, what fits into like your fitness routine and go from there. But starting with just some dumbbells is great. You don't even need the barbell, but then once you get stronger, be like, oh yeah, I think it's time for a barbell. Let's invest in a barbell. And then just keep keep going from there. Again, it doesn't have to be all this crazy fancy stuff. Do what worked for you in the beginning and then continue to slowly build from there. You don't need everything all at once. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions on anything specific that I have. I'll have it all linked in my Amazon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.